Hello and welcome to another episode of Happy Little Saplings. We have a number of projects planned today. Just going over what we've done so far. Last episode we did get our windmill up and running, and we had one leadstone energy cell. In the meantime, I created a couple more just so that we have a little extra energy to work with. So I've tossed those down. Those will be charging. I have been hard at work in the garden, and we are up to allium and dandelions. We have, let's see here, we have our blue orchid, our white tulip, pink tulip. So we are almost ready to start working on our ferranium. But the ferranium does require these lependa seeds. Now, we have the pink tulip, we have the blue orchid. The issue being, we don't have this lapis lazuli ore. And of course, for lapis lazuli ore, you require silk touch. And for silk touch, you require enchantments. I'm going to go ahead and sleep here, keep us safe. And for enchantments, we do require bookshelves. Now, I stole some of these books from the library over there, but we do require some more. The problem with that being, I don't want to kill cows. I just don't want to kill cows. I went and found some cows, and you know what? I just couldn't bring myself to strike the deathly blow. Good for us. There is another way of creating leather, so that we don't have to kill sweet innocent creatures. And that is through Botania. Now, I've not used Botania before, but I have been checking it out, and as we see right here, the mana infusion, what we can do is use rotten flesh in the with an alchemy catalyst and mana to create leather. And we do have rotten flesh, and I have no problem killing zombies. No problem with that whatsoever. So what I've done is I've made a little bit of a start here. I've cleared off an area over here so that we can get started with some Botania. And I have some building materials here ready and waiting for us as well, so that we can... I figured we'd make a nice bridge across the river. And let's go ahead and do that. And it'll take us but a few moments here. So let's just build straight across, and I'll do the filling in later. So there we are, almost there. Fantastic. I figured we'd use the cherry wood. Well, we really don't have a choice with all of these gorgeous cherry trees here. It would be a crime to not use the wood. So here we go. Gorgeous little bridge to get us to our Botania spot. And I'll probably figure out some kind of railing for this. I do need to get lights on here, and I've saved some of the cherry wood to create some light posts. I guess what I can do is just use them like this. And like I say, I'll likely pretty this up some more in our off time, but I want to make sure that we get oh, how was that? I want to make sure that we get plenty done today. I want to kind of speed the series up a little bit. I still want the relaxing tone, but I don't want to be putting you guys to sleep. So we can get that there, and light that side up. There we go. And for now, I'm just gonna toss a couple lamps and lights in the middle there. Okay, so we have a bridge over to our, you know, since I'm here already, let's do this. That needs to be bigger. And I should have brought an axe. Oh well. And yeah, that looks good for the size. And yeah, I think that's fine. It's certainly fine for now. Okay, let's get started on Botania. Yeah, I will play around with that a little more later. Okay, so the first step in Botania is to actually get the oh, that's right. It's the Petal Apothecary, which is kind of where all the main processes are done, creating the flowers and all that fun stuff. So let's go ahead and create one of those. So that requires some slabs, and let's go with that. And just one petal, and we get our Petal Apothecary. And I'm actually going to put that right over here. The Apothecary does require water, and I also want to keep it away from it's a little bit wild out there, let's say that. It's a little bit wild out there, so I want to keep it away from any prospective creepers that may decide to come pay as a visit. And the first flower that we need to create, and I already used a couple of my petals there, is the Pure Daisy, I believe is what it's called. And you know what? I put this this chest over here to hold. Oh yeah, about that. All of these I took to wandering just far and wide and everywhere to go and collect all of these. Had some fun on the way, but it did take a while to collect that many. So, yeah, those were not cheated in. And let's just make sure that I have this correct, the Pure Daisy. And it's in the Petal Apothecary, and we, yep, just use 4 white petals. So we have those here, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, I believe, we toss in some seeds. And there's our first pure daisy. Now, that's used the water in the apothecary, so we'll need to replace that. And we'll go ahead and do the same thing again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a seed. And we have our next pure daisy. Okay, so this will let us create a couple of the basic building blocks of Botania. Let's go ahead and knock that out. And those are living wood, which we use oak wood for, and living stone, I believe it's called, which you have to use stone for, cooked stone. And all we do is we set those around each of the flowers. Now those are going to take a minute to actually change. I'll try to be here for that. But in the meantime, what we need to get started on is the first generators of mana. I'll have to take a look into this at some point. I didn't know blood magic. I probably won't be using blood magic in this playthrough, since it is a nice, peaceful, you know, avoiding killing whenever possible playthrough. Yeah, not including blood magic. But we do need to create some of these day blooms. So for this we need 2 yellow petals, light blue, and an orange. So what we'll do there, so that is verify. Oh, missing it. There we go. So that's created the living rock in any second. There we go. And you know what? I still don't have an axe. I do not plan ahead sometimes, but that's fine. So now we can pick up this living wood, and we're going to need a lot of this stuff. We're going to need a fair amount of it over time, so we may as well just create as much as possible, or at least a couple of lots of it, so that we have it ready for when we need it. So I believe that was 2 yellow, so I'm going to actually make a few of these. So 2 yellow, light blue, and orange. So let's go ahead and get our petals. I got to keep my head on a swivel here, because we are going to have we're likely going to have baddies coming up on us. Okay, so here we go. Our first mana generating, 2 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, and the seed, and a day bloom. Fantastic. There we go. And we didn't get to see this change last time. Any second. Go. And go. Aha. There we go. So let's go ahead and refill this again. A couple of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those. And so we can just create a few of these just to get started. One of you, and 1 of you. And there we go. 4 day blooms to get started with. So day blooms create mana during the day, if that's any kind of surprise. Now mana, however we want to say that, is the primary energy source, energy medium for Botania. It's what everything runs on, everything... oops. No, that's a waste. That's fine. We can live with that. It gives us a little extra living rock. So what we'll do, just to get started here, is we'll take that day bloom. Let's get that out of the way. We'll take those day blooms and set those down. Now they're not going to do too much by themselves. What they'll be doing right now is just filling themselves up with mana. So to look at exactly what they're up to down there, we need to create a wand, I believe. Now I really like blues, so I'm going to go ahead and use a couple of blue petals here. Oops. And you can customize it. I like this blue color, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. And if we right click, then we see that they're not actually doing anything right now because it's night, which I completely forgotten about. So let's go sleep, and those guys can start doing what they need to do. And there we go. So this is a really long way around around not killing cows, but, and yes, I'm a hippie. So now we have our day blooms, and if I right click, there we go, we can see that going up. We can see that increasing. So they're filling with mana right now. So if we get this living wood, again, we will be needing a fair amount of this as time goes on. And some rock. Oops. And what we can do with that is we can create a diluted mana pool. And what we can also do I have any petals already? Nope. Okay, plenty of those. And what we need to do is create what's called a mana spreader. I don't know if you picked up on the small pause there, as I completely forgot what it was called. But now if we set the mana spreader right here, and we can put our Alright, sorry for the unplanned interruption there. It seems that my recording software glitched, and I wasn't recording for some of my playing there. No big deal. You guys didn't really miss too much. We just linked up the day blooms to the mana spreader here, and they've now been filling this diluted mana pool. So he is he's filling up with no problems now. And what we're gonna do is, well, grab some more of this living wood for a start, because we're gonna need plenty. And I actually want to create a different type of mana producing flower. As I say, the day blooms are great for starters, but they're not going to get you too far. They're not going to get you too far. So let's create some more of that. And what we actually need is a Lexica Botania. Now that's kind of the guidebook for Botania. And I wonder if I have one in my bag o' books. Oop. Oh, that may have been a mistake. And I'm not seeing one immediately here. That is a surprise. Okay, let's get rid of those for now. I'm surprised that we don't actually see one already. And I'm making a mess of my inventories. Okay, no big deal. We can create one. Just need books, ironically, and a sapling. Spruce, I believe, should do it. There we go. Lexica Botania. Guide to all things botanical. So, through this, we can take a flip through here. It kind of walks you through some of the story of it. We can go to the index here, and we are looking for generating flora, and what we actually want is this endoflame. So the endoflame actually picks up anything that will count as fuel, and it will burn it for mana. So they're actually quite handy like that. So for this, we will require a few petals. These mana petals are just regular petals that have been thrown into the mana pool here. So that was brown, so we'll get a few brown, we'll get a few red, and I think it was white. And let's verify that. Okay, so one brown mana, one brown red, one brown red, one mana red. So let's see if we have enough mana for this yet. Oh, we need to upgrade it. We can't use the diluted mana pool. Okay, no big deal. So the diluted mana pool is kind of the beginner mana pool. And what we can do with this, I'm not quite sure why they have this step, but no big deal. What we do is we throw another diluted mana pool into that, and it becomes a mana pool, regular mana pool there. So what we'll do, instead of wasting the mana that we do have in there, we'll go ahead and create another mana spreader. And if we go ahead and put that there, and put our mana pool here, it will pull all of the mana from this pool into this one. So let's see if we have enough for... We'll just do one for now. Okay, so that check mark in the middle of the screen means we do have enough to make the mana petal, and another one there. Okay, so we got you guys, we have you, we have you. I really should be more organized about this, but hey ho. So now let's just verify that we have this correct. Oh, see, I almost used a white, and that's light gray. Let's go ahead and fix that. That would have been a waste of a couple mana petals. But that's fine. That's how we learn. So we have gray, and we'll need to fill up our pool. So 1 brown mana, 1 red mana. Regular brown and red, and then a light gray, and our seeds, and we have the Ender Flame. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so now we can set this little guy down, and if we look at him, we can see that he is already linked over here to this spreader. But he's not actually going to produce anything just yet. What we need to fix that, actually I have it on me right now. And we will go ahead and, to make it as long burning as possible, we'll use a block of coal. So now if we toss that on top of him, he'll eat that up. And now we can see those mana bursts. Those mana bursts will come a lot faster now that he's eating that. So let's create another one of those, just because we can right now. Let's fill our pool up. I'm going to get rid of some stuff on my hotbar here. There we go. So that's... Oh. See, I already made a mistake there. No problem. So we actually need 2 more of you and 2 more of you. So we have our 2 of each of those. There's already 1 in there for this one, so that's fine. And I do need some more light gray petals. Where did I put that? There's the tall... There we go. There we go. Alright. So now we can make a couple more of the entropinium. Not entropinium. So everything else should be equal there, and oh, there we go. And let's fill it up, and we can make 1 more. 2 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, a little bit of that, and there we go. We've got our Ender Flames. So although we don't want to be using fossil fuels as much, because we're hippies like that, feeding flowers is a good thing. So let's toss those on there. I think that should... There we go. And we can see the particle effects coming off of those as well. And we can see an almost non-ending stream of mana coming out of this thing now. So we're pumping this thing through. And as you can see here, it doesn't look like all that much is being created. That's because it really isn't. Although those things are going to create an awful lot more mana than all of those day blooms each. Mana generation is a fairly slow and methodical process. You just kind of have to be patient with it, which is really nicely in keeping with this playthrough. So we're going to go ahead and be patient with this and let that do what it needs to do. Those endo flames will take quite some time to burn through the coal that we gave them. So those should be good to go. We'll leave that to build up the mana in the pool. And I kept all the rest of my stuff, and I'm actually going to put that away because there's one thing that we're missing for this project of turning rotten flesh into the leather that we so badly need. And I'm not looking forward to it, I will be honest. So let's toss that stuff away. We don't have anything else that's really that important to us. I'm going to steal some of that cobble. So let's get some bread. Now, to create the alchemy catalyst, we need brewing stands, and brewing stands require blaze rods. That means we have to go to the Nether, unfortunately, and the Nether is not a peaceful place by any stretch of the imagination. However, we are going to have to go nonetheless. So with that, I'm not sure how long this episode is. It's going to be with the... let's toss you in there. With the strange break in the middle of it. But I did get our obsidian that we need. And I'm not quite sure where I want to even create this. But I know that I want it and not too far away, but far enough that we don't have to worry about it too much. And I think we can always recreate it if necessary. But I think right around here will be fine. And we can make it stylish as necessary. But for now, let's throw this thing together. It's 1, 2, 3. And here. 1, 2, 3. And I guess, actually... Okay. There we go. And I kind of balked that a little bit there. No big deal. At least it looks okay from the front. And one last thing we'll do is let's toss that down and use up some of this wood. Oops. And throw stuff in there that we're not going to need for the Nether. Alright, we're all kitted up. Ooh, let's go. Now, of course, I haven't been to the Nether yet, so this is going to generate, and I have no idea what to expect. Oh. Praise. Oh. Well, that wasn't well thought out, was it? Where are we? Okay. Well, we ended up in a very well-protected spot. And I hate to use my mini-map in this way, but either we're above or below. And I'm gonna guess below a fortress from the look of the map there. Let's see what we can find here. Oh, 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 oh. Nope. No, sir. I don't like it. Oh. This is the first time this has ever happened to me. I'll be honest. Okay, so it looks like it goes off in this direction. I can absolutely not believe my luck right now. And if this episode... Well, there's still time for it to go wrong yet, but... I have no idea what to expect here. I'm doing everything wrong. But let's see if we can if we can chance immediately upon a blaze spawner, then I can honestly say that's a first for me. Okay, I guess if I don't find it in just a moment, I'm gonna cut to when I do find it. Okay, found it. Oh. Okay. Oh, hello. So about that peaceful play thing. Alright, we can do this. We just need a couple things here. Nope. Alright, let's see if we can track down some of these guys and get on our merry way. I hear them. Oh, look at you. Nope. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. Let me get you. We have one. Okay, so we have one of our blaze rods. It's a great start. I will take those happily. Oh, I think I found the spawner. Let's pick some of that up. And sorry, buddy. There we go. You know what? I'm getting in over my head. I need to place a few markers to help me find my way back. So I know it was down here. And yep, that's where I came in. Alright, I feel safe now. I feel safe. As long as we know to get back here. And... hey, buddy. Okay, we're fine. We're good. We're good. Did we get it? Ah! I don't know what that noise was, but it was a noise of pure elation. That was a great trip. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, this episode is going to run long because so many great and positive things happened after our software malfunction, and I believe we have everything we need now, apart from an ender pearl. So I can track one of those down without too much problem. In the meantime, this is going to be ours, and as soon as I find my way back, there we go. This is Pea Soups, reporting happily from the Nether. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you again next time.